Hi, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to share with you 7 places you must visit in Cairo, along with plenty of other tips and advice just to help you with your visit and help you plan ahead for your trip to Egypt.
As always, we travel here with our 3 young kids, so we were actually able to visit all these places with them and enjoy them as well. So let's get started.
Number 7 on our places to see in Cairo is Coptic Cairo.
Coptic Cairo is a beautiful, peaceful neighborhood steeped in rich history and known as a stronghold of Christianity in Old Cairo. It encompasses the Babylon Fortress, the Coptic Museum, the Hanging Church, the Greek Church of St. George, and many other Coptic churches and historical sites.
It is believed in Christian tradition that the Holy Family visited this area and stayed at the site of St. Sergius and Bacchus Church. Allocate at least 2 hours to explore this area and an additional hour if visiting the Coptic Museum.
Number 6 on our places to see in Cairo is the Cairo Citadel.
The Cairo Citadel, also known as Citadel of Saladin, is a medieval Islamic era fortification and another must-see in your Cairo itinerary. The Cairo Citadel was the seat of the government in Egypt and the residence of its rulers for nearly 700 years. Its strategic location on the Muqattan Hills offers unrestricted panoramic views of Cairo.
Here you will see multiple mosques, including the impressive mosque of Muhammad Ali Pasha, as well as a number of museums, such as the Police Museum, Al-Jawara Palace Museum, and the Military Museum. Allocate at least 2 hours to cover the Citadel.
Number 5 on our places to see in Cairo is Islamic Cairo.
Islamic Cairo, officially Historic Cairo, is an area rich in history and heritage since its foundation in the early period of Islam. This area holds one of the largest and densest concentrations of historic architecture in the Islamic world. Here you will find hundreds of mosques, tombs, madrasas, mansions and fortifications dating from throughout the Islamic area of Egypt.
You can also get lost in one of the many lively bazaars where you can purchase all sorts of things from spices to clothes to jewellery, knickknacks and everything in between. A famous one is Han El Halili Bazaar. Don't forget to haggle as bartering is expected.
We recommend that you explore this bustling historical place on foot, spending at least 2 to 3 hours taking in the lively busy streets and historic buildings and landmarks. We explored in the evening and we found the area to be beautifully lit up, which we thought added to the experience.
Number 4 on our places to see in Cairo is the Egyptian Museum.
The Egyptian Museum, which was inaugurated in 1902, is the oldest archaeological museum in the Middle East and houses the largest collection of pharaonic antiquities in the world. The biggest highlight you will find here is King Tut's room with many artifacts from both his life and death, including the golden mask placed over the dead king's face.
We recommend a minimum of 3 hours for your visit due to the sheer size and the number of collections worth seeing here that you do not want to miss. We did an unguided visit this time, but bear in mind that information signs are few and far between, so if you'd like more in-depth information, you can hire a certified guide at the front of the museum.
Number 3 on our list of places to see in Cairo is the National Museum of Egyptian Civilisation.
Officially inaugurated in April 2021, the National Museum of Egyptian Civilization houses an incredible collection of 50,000 artifacts, presenting the Egyptian civilization from prehistoric times to the present day. This museum is an absolute must-do as it houses the Royal Mummies Hall, which displays the mummies of the ancient kings and queens of Egypt. It absolutely blew our minds. We would love to show you some footage of the royal mummies, but unfortunately it is strictly prohibited to film anything or take any photos, and the staff strictly enforce it. We saw so many people get pulled up with their cameras and they got told to delete photos, and we do think they have people watching the cameras in other rooms and monitoring it.
My personal tip is that if you're going to be visiting the temples between Aswan to Luxor, is that you leave this museum to last. The reason is that by this point you will be deep into Egyptian ancient history and would have learned the names and impressive stories of the ancient kings and queens of Egypt. You would have also visited their sites like Ramses II's Abu Simbel, Hatshepsut's temple and their tombs in the Valley of the Kings. Then finally, meeting them face to face will have a lasting impression.
Number 2 on our places to see in Cairo is the Grand Egyptian Museum.
Also known as GEM, the Grand Egyptian Museum is located just outside of Cairo on the Giza Plateau next to the pyramids. Although not officially open yet, When it opens, it will be one of the largest, most modern, and most renowned archaeological museums in the entire world. It will host about 100,000 ancient artifacts, some of which have never been displayed before. And it will be the new home of the famous King Tutankhamun's collection of 4,549 artifacts. It will also provide unobstructed views of the pyramids.
It has experienced many delays and interruptions during its construction, but it is finally set to officially open at the end of this year. This $1 billion complex is set to be absolutely grand, and we can't wait to visit.
And finally, number 1 on our places to see in Cairo is the Pyramids of Giza and the Great Sphinx.
Just outside of Cairo, the Pyramids of Giza and the Great Sphinx are among the most popular tourist destinations in the world, and no visit to Egypt would be complete without visiting this spectacular ancient site. Located in the Giza necropolis, the Pyramids of Giza are one of the 7 wonders of the world. They were built over 4,500 years ago, and for thousands of years they were the tallest man-made structures in the world.
We visited on our own and walked the whole site. Although we had read and been told that it's not worth doing, we do recommend that you buy the additional ticket to enter the Great Pyramid, which is the tomb of King Khufu. This is the last surviving member of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Inside, you get to walk through the Grand Gallery, a majestic corbelled passageway, into the king's chamber where his sarcophagus can still be seen. For us, it was a no-brainer and found the experience completely worth it to see this masterpiece of engineering from the inside.
We have a whole video dedicated to our visit to the Giza necropolis. We'll link it in the description below, so don't forget to check it out. We know we haven't mentioned everything there is to see in Cairo in this video, so if you do have any must-see places you think people should visit, tell us in the comments below.
And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to see more content like this. Alternatively, you can also check out our playlist with more videos from Egypt.
Thanks for watching.
We'll see you on the next one.